Okay, there we go. We got losers quarters. Getting the commentary started a little late as we have GNOX versus Noodles, and we actually have GNOX breaking out his villager against Noodles. Toon Link. So it was good to see Villager come back. Good to see GNOX again after being away from the scene for so long.
GNOX is at home, so
He is.
I will be joining Gage on stream with me. Liberation.
Indeed. So we'll see what we're going to do here. This is going to be an interesting matchup. Both of these zoners who sort of want to space out. Toon Link wants to get more conversions, whereas a Villager wants to play sort of the hardcore zoning game. Doesn't want to commit to anything he doesn't have to. And I think the key difference is going to be edge guarding. Like, oh, that was almost really good. Like,
Noodles earlier in the set, he was not sure. He was getting super afraid against fighting GNOX, but right now he's doing pretty well. He's giving him a run for his money.
Villager is really tough to deal with if you don't know the matchup. And of course, there's like almost no villagers in this area. So
we're getting more villagers.
Getting more, but haven't had a lot of practice otherwise for it.
No.
So.
I mean, specifically here in Ames, we don't really have too many villagers. I don't think we actually really have any serious villagers.
No, because, I mean, GNOX ain't in this scene anymore.
Well, technically, it's just Sioux City.
Oh, gets the roll read with this up tilt.
There's a little bit of a pop-up, trying to keep himself calm.
So, that was actually a pretty close set, though, otherwise. First stock, rather. Big damage coming in.
Going on the damage, making a big wall.
Taking advantage of the fact that Toon Link's bombs are actually active for a very long time before the timer runs out.
Floaty little boys.
Oh, getting pressure. I actually half expected back there with the
maybe
platform
you want to actually go for a pack though.
However, you might be aware that wasn't a
Oh!
kill.
Intercepting the slingshot.
So the main thing that we were talking about here is it's going to be a difference of getting sort of conversions versus edge guarding.
Noodles almost making a little stereo for himself. Oh!
Getting
working hard with those double hits.
Because Villager's edge guarding is nothing short of incredible, while Toon Link's recovery is pretty exploitable. But on the other hand,
he's a floating guy. Oh.
So what Toon Link has to do in order to keep up with this, because his disadvantage is so much worse than Villager's in this matchup, is he has to press his advantage so much harder.
And
reverse hit
taking advantage of the fact that Noodles is just sort of letting him get those hits, and Noodles is just sort of letting him get those hits in, just taking him out.
First game goes in favor of GNOX. We'll see if there's any sort of switch.
The last set before Best of Fives, with the other losers quarters being played off screen. No, last one before Best of Five.
Well, I mean the last set was Best of Five.
This was when it's finals.
Yeah,
this is losers quarters. This is loser. This gets fifth. So.
Let's see what the I don't know what that was, but
Facebook notification.
Either way, looks like the counter pick is going to Lilat, which I think is an interesting call. Not sure if it's one that I necessarily agree with, but he might be. I mean, he might be looking to alleviate slingshot pressure off.
I mean, as long as he doesn't let himself get killed in case he gets Lilat, but
because that's the main thing is that Villager doesn't have to worry about Lilat's edges at all in terms of recovery. But they do interfere with his ability to plank with slingshots on the edge. So that might be what he's trying to do.
Oh, if I remember correctly, turnips can go through, the larger turnips can go through the ledges.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Actually, man, getting some quick damage with that trade. We have some actually pretty good movement spacing coming in from Noodles.
Stuff out at the moment. Close quarters combat.
We have some general spacing going on. Brave to running through the void. Smart also though, knowing that it wasn't going to be active, that he wasn't going to take any sort of damage from that. Trying to bait with the forward smash, ball having almost no end lag on it. Catching the boomerang, just trying to get some flipping. That was actually a clever edge guarding attempt, using the bomb's huge explosion radius to take out the balloons, or take out one balloon. If you can actually manage to pop both of those in balloons, I mean, that is a free kill, but it was obnoxiously hard to do that.
And Noodles, unlike last game, taking advantage and having only 66% on stock.
Now we're going to have to see how far he's able to press the advantage. Villager is difficult to get started against, of course, due to his mauling capabilities, but
all it's a master of projectiles himself.
All it takes is one up tilt to get things started. The That said, you can't fish for it too hard, of course, because you don't run in on Villager blind. That's going to get you off stage
Probably
real quick.
I gotta get slingshots or a bowling ball, but 56% extra credit is pretty good.
Yeah, he's adjusted quite well to this set so far.
Turns out maybe the stage switch himself, but he wants to focus on fighting. He didn't want him getting away. Noodles has been moving really close and not wanting to get really any sort of distance. I think he managed the fact that when he does that, just go ahead and fire off some sort of projectile.
That's not going to do. Lloyd not blowing up against the ledge. Just sort of grinded against the lower part of it.
It's Lilac. What do you expect? Oh.
Don't
Lloyd almost taking him out.
Either way, pressure with the forward air. I actually like that option a lot. Good patience from Nox not to fall for it.
And Nox being very careful to not let Noodles get that second hit of
And he gets the conversion, but it's not going to kill. I'm actually quite surprised at this amount of raids that didn't finish it off.
We got level 2 raid, almost level 3.
They were in center stage.
Oh, DBZ moment, but it earns too early, and Nox is knocked out, putting us in a tie game, 1-1. Best of 3. This will be the last one before we start the series.
So we know for sure that Nox has a Bayonetta. The question is whether or not Nox is going to use her.
You know me. I like playing Bayonetta.
Honestly, I don't think Villager was the problem there. I think it was more of a stage issue. So that was a really
good. It could have been just Nox not just having enough expertise against Toon like that sort of stage. Oh, there's the mayonnaise.
I was about to get really confused with the Dark Pit selection, but that wouldn't have necessarily been a bad call.
No, I think there's better calls out there. Much like, of course, Bayonetta. Mayonnaise!
Looking for the different tag, presumably different controls mapped for Bayonetta compared to Villager.
And it looks like we're going towards Battlefield.
So the main thing here, I mean, this is an interesting call. I mean, I don't think Bayonetta necessarily struggles in the matchup, of course. Anybody that has a weaker grab is going to be favorable for her because she doesn't like dealing with
She doesn't like dealing with really good grab. She has a little bit of trouble just at times.
But the main thing is that she's going to have to find a way around
preemptive
these
witch
bombs.
time, but
Noodles doing a really good job of stuffing
not
these,
letting Bayonetta really do too much work, just throwing projectiles away, and that's something she does not like.
Yeah, this is what I was going to comment on, is the projectile launch tooling is actually quite excellent. So it's not something that Bayonetta necessarily enjoys dealing with,
more and more damage, but 40% deficit, and there's not too much that you can unfortunately do there. He's used witch time a little too many times. So any sort of witch time that he's going to get at the moment is going to be basically minimal unless he has it recharge.
Yeah, I think the main use he's going to get out right now if he's not going to let it recharge.
Will he get the no?
Yeah, he gets the hit, but that's not
just
going to kill.
not enough percent. He's really just trying to get a witch time in there. Getting a little greedy as well.
Oh, clever setup with Boomerang, but wait, unfortunately Boomerang a little too slow
missing
back.
Both players getting a little bit of spaghetti. Trying to get their kill options in, but missing them.
Boomerang. Instant stage control. That was a good pivot grab. Unfortunately, not going to get much of anything other than stage control. Has to remember the obscene hitboxes of Witch Twist are going to poke through that ledge.
Oh!
Catches the cross.
And Noodles taking the advantage with 119%.
And that is
Rick
one of
trying to loan some up smashes, find himself in the money.
That did demonstrate one of the genuine weaknesses that Bayonetta has, which is where if she doesn't activate Bat Within on her rolls, they are super powerful.
They are atrocious.
Like, they are
Here
genuinely
we are,
very
last hit,
bad.
last stock, not last hit, but the last stock of
Trade.
the set.
Oh, you wanted that ladder, but unfortunately, you popped a little bit too far.
Nox finding himself having a little bit of a trouble. Needs to get a good Bayo combo in, but Toonlink's combo game is just not a combo game, but projectile game. No, it's work.
I actually like
But,
him.
oh!
And he adjusted accordingly.
Immediately.
Got
Bayo
played.
meta combo.
What I was about to comment on was I was enjoying that he was slowing the pace of the match down. He just sort of went back and hanging out in neutral as opposed to trying to press too hard, and it ended up paying out for him. Good stuff.
Yeah.